Hi everybody, it's Deanne Fitzpatrick Studio and we're live from Amershore, Nova Scotia. And I told you this morning when I posted on Instagram that the bay would fill up, and that's how it happens. The bay fills up every day, goes out and fills up. And so it's Deanne Fitzpatrick Studio and we are live from Amershore, and this is one of my favorite trees, though it's getting a little bit shaggy, I'd have to say. Ibiza Marois is watching. Hello, Ibiza. What a beautiful name. And Karen Thompson is watching. And we have 53 people watching so far, so that's really great. And Valerie is here today, my sister-in-law, and she is going to tape it for Instagram. Lise Lemieux from New Hampshire and Jody Madsen says, hi, everybody. Joni Black is here. Hello, Joni. And Marianne Riker is watching. Lots of familiar names. It makes me feel so good. Tanya White from Bermuda. Hello, Tanya. And so you're probably looking at something really beautiful too. The thing is that wherever you are, you can find something just as beautiful as this. And I know that you can. It's just that because we're rug hookers, we have those eyes. We have the eyes for beauty. So I'm going to try and turn around without showing you my garden because it's always so messy, but you might see a little bit of it. And I got to be careful. There's Angela. And there's Valerie. Valerie doesn't want to be on camera because she's in between swims. But I think I did get your legs, Val. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to pass this back to Angela because I have lots to show you today. Kathy Ann from Halifax is here. And Doreen Anderson Roy is watching. Susan Sutherland from hot, rainy, humid Baden, Ontario. There we go. All right. So Angela came out today. We're doing something special tonight, aren't we, Angela?
We are.
We are going out tonight.
I'm excited.
I know. Have you ever been there before?
I haven't.
We're going to the Amershore Country Inn. So I know that a lot of people who come here from away often stay there when they come to my studio. And the whole staff, whoever wants to, is going. Not everybody wants to. Some people just like to go home after work, and I totally get that. I understand that. So you may have noticed my earring is clicking. I'm going to have to take off my earring. So you may have noticed that we're getting ready to launch Tiny Landscapes again for our second year. And you can join now. We've put it up there, but I want to show you what we're doing. So I've got an 8x8 drawn on here, an 8x8 square. And in our Tiny Landscape packages, you'll get, Joe has made these up, and they are awesome. So I'm going to undo one, and I'm going to create a Tiny Landscape package. So basically the package comes with an 8x8 rug hooking frame, and then you get all of these different wools in it. And they are available online now, and our course is available online now. So I'm excited. So I'm looking at what I got in here. So I've got lots of greens. I've got a little red. So I'm going to do a little poppy rug. And every one is different, of course. So I'm going to put some poppies here in the foreground.
Hi, Auntie D. Have fun going out.
Oh, thanks. Haley. That's where your mother got married, Haley. Your mother got married at the Amershore Country Inn. And it was a dry wedding, and we had rhubarb cordial. It was so nice. It was fun. It was sweet. I was in grade 7, and it was just such a big deal to me to be there. So it felt so fancy.
We've had hellos from Pembroke, Ontario, and Monterey, California.
Oh, Monterey. Jeanette, my sister-in-law, and Valerie's sister was going to Monterey next week, I think. All right, so I'm going to do this is just from the package, remember. I am going to add some things in here just because that's who I am. I can't help it, and I encourage people to do that. So when you're hooking Tiny Landscapes, you do a lot of small details sometimes. So I'm going to put the little black details in here. I might not get this all hooked today, but I have more than enough wool. Well, I just want to show you, first of all, the swatches that come in the package. There's 3 swatches. Well, when you take a swatch and you hook it, it covers that much area. So a swatch this big will hook this much area, like this. So really, in each of these packages, there's enough, just with the swatches, there's enough to hook 2 Tiny Landscapes oftentimes. They're quite big, just so you know.
Can we move this out a bit, Dan? Sorry, so
Yeah.
on the light.
Get some better light here.
Hello from Francis in Leamington, Ontario.
Oh, hello, Francis. Nice to see ya. Nice to
Hello
hear from ya.
Williamsburg, Virginia.
Oh, Williamsburg is a famous place, isn't it? Was there a battle fought there, perhaps, or? Okay.
So people are having some issues with the streaming today.
Yes.
And it seems okay on my end. So
Yeah.
if they can keep refreshing their screen, it might catch up.
So did you guys hear that? If you just keep refreshing your screen, it will likely catch up. It might be that, I find in the humidity, my internet is not quite as good as it usually is. Do you guys ever find that? Like when it's raining heavy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I find it too in the humidity. So I'm just hooking these little marks, right? So in our tiny landscape course, I don't know how many videos there is in the tiny landscape course. Do you have any idea, Angela?
Oh, there's quite a few.
There's quite a few.
remember.
And there is a Facebook group to go with it, so you can learn on the Facebook group. Now I'm going to keep adding these reds because I want. And you can see sometimes I'm adding 3 loops, and sometimes I'm adding 2, and sometimes I'm adding 1. Valerie, you've never tried to hook a rug, have you?
I never have. Is that shocking?
Has it ever occurred to you?
I'm a bit of a klutz, so no. I have to say no.
Oh, I think you'd be good at it, Valerie. I think you'd be fine. Valerie's an editor. That's her real job, I guess, isn't it, Val?
If you call it a real job, yes.
That
I'm a
is your real job.
editor.
I
I'm a
mean,
real editor.
as opposed to this filming is not your real job.
No, but I'm pretty good at it.
Look
Look at that close up.
at that. She's better than her brother at it, I can tell you that.
Uh-oh. That was my brother again. It's becoming a regular occurrence.
Only about his editing skill. No, your brother's a good man. We know that.
We do.
We do. I'm not allowed to say anything bad about the brother. Not when Valerie's here. I gotta be
No,
good.
I would defend my big brother.
She will defend her big brother.
Emphasis on big. I have had people ask me if he's younger. Ha!
Ha. What do they know, Valerie?
What an
What do they know?
What an insult.
No, when he was a cameraman, Valerie, he wouldn't do anything I said. That was the problem. He wouldn't come in or.
Look at that red. Isn't it pretty?
Isn't that pretty? Aren't they cute? See, they're just so sweet. Just makes me happy. So I'm going to go back to the package. I'm going to put some red in here. We've got lots of time today, I think. We're doing okay for time, aren't we, Ange?
We're doing okay for time. Oh,
Nope.
sorry.
That's all right.
Sorry.
Felt that one. Do you want to lay that down over there somewhere? You okay?
Yeah, I'm just checking the focus, but I think it's fine.
Okay. So, Valerie, what book are you reading now?
It is called Greenwood.
Yes.
You're going to ask me who the author is, and I've forgotten already. It's a BC author,
Yeah.
and it's really good.
Is it really good? Is it like
Yeah.
a mystery or?
No, it's an environmental novel, if I can call it that.
Yeah.
It's a lot about trees. in
Okay.
it, and that's about a family over many, many, many years. So you bounce back from, 1930s to the future, maybe the 70s. Really interesting.
So it doesn't sound like light reading, though.
It's a pretty good read. It's beautifully written. It's a kind of book where you stop and reread a sentence.
Oh, that's a nice thing.
Yeah.
So you're not one of these people who goes light on the summer reading.
Not usually, though I have been known to pick up the odd mystery.
Okay, so now I want to ask people, when you're reading in the summer, do you go lighter? Like, do you read lighter novels? Like, do you believe in a beach read, or do you still just keep reading whatever it is that you normally read?
I recently finished the biography of Alexa McDonough by
Oh.
Stephen Kimber called Alexa with an exclamation mark.
Alexa.
It's really, really good.
She was the
Very
leader of the
interesting.
Canadian New Democratic Party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Led the way for women in politics. It's an excellent read.
Oh, good. Okay. All right. Okay, so I've got all my reds in. So I have lots of red left over. So one of the things I'm going to do here is I'm going to put like a little poppy feel in the distance. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to double it up. And this is, like I said, this is big enough for an 8x8. And I'm just going to put some red back here. All right. And just another little bit right here.
I think it's Jane. I should have my glasses on. Just reading Always Mysteries.
Oh, always mysteries? Yeah, I read a bit of mysteries too. I'm reading now one that we have a little free library at the top of our lane that Gwen has nicely provided for us. And I got a book about the Queen, and the Queen is the detective, which is interesting. It's kind of fun. So this has some sari in it. So I'm going to take the sari and I'm going to use the sari to hide. And there's 2 different colors of sari, which is great. Okay, so I'm going to cut off that green, and I'm going to take the sari and I'm going to use it to highlight my, and maybe kind of create sort of a stem effect of my poppies.
You're supposed to take a book and leave a book, but I cheat. I often leave 3 books and take one.
That she doesn't like that, Valerie.
I know.
It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. You just told it right to everybody. Now she's going to be over tonight complaining about that. She's going to know because I think sometimes she watches this. But it's wrong because you're crowding up her books. But I think we need to make sure we bring out some new fresh books for the little free library.
Exactly.
You gotta have good ones. But anyway, I was really happy to find the one about the Queen. And I'm really enjoying it because I was reading a really dark book. And when I read really dark books, they make me sad. Do they you? Does anybody else experience that when you read? What's everybody reading on Facebook, Angela? Are they talking about it?
A lot of mysteries.
A lot of mysteries, yeah. Summer is a mystery time, isn't it? Okay.
Perfect color for the poppies.
It is, isn't it? It's just perfect. I'm happy with this. So now I'm going to show you what we have today. We have this package, our poppy package, and if you want to sign up for it starts September 14th, I think, Angela, and we're going to do an official launch later this month. Mm-hmm. But we're just letting you know that it is available, and it's coming available, and it's a good time. It's going to be a good time to learn. I like going back to school in September. It's kind of a nice. So, and this is my little poppy rug, and I'm going to have way more than I need here to finish this piece. But I'm going to add some yellow in, like another little yellow field. And then I'm going to show you this new product that we got in for hooking.
You are being asked which book about the Queen. So admire her.
It isn't really about the Queen. It's a mystery, and she's the detective. I'll go in and get it in a minute, and I'll tell you. It came from the little free library, so I often don't remember the titles and names, but maybe we'll put it in our newsletter next week. How about that, on our Tuesday newsletter?
Sure.
We could do that, Ange. Oh, the yellow and the red is so pretty together. So I'm going to bring these together. So in the Tiny Landscape course, I think we hook, I don't know, we hook 8 or 10, I think, of the Tiny Landscapes, maybe even more. And I show you all of the tips and tricks that I know for doing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to fiddle around here, and I'll know that I'm going to put some dark green, I'm going to put some light blue. I should cut up some cloth here. You know what? I'm going to cut up some of this brown. Just let's hand cut a couple of strips.
Francesca is asking if you're going to do live workshops again.
We have 3 planned for the fall. And they're the last Wednesday of each month. Yep. So yes, we are, Francesca.
Do you mean live as in person? Or live as in...
Oh, you mean live. Oh, those are the live Zoom workshops. Francesca, we're just waiting to see what happens here in Canada in the fall and winter with COVID. And then we'll decide after that whether we'll be bringing people together for live workshops or not. We have no plans for 2021. And it's possible we might in 2022, but it's not really decided yet. But Angela, I have bought a book, about, and I've taken a course about gathering and the value of gathering, and so it's like in my mind, I'm thinking about it. I took a course from Jean Oliver on the Jean Oliver Network about creating live workshops. Not that I'm not going to do it, but I'm not sure when we're going to do it again.
Gretchen asks if the book is The Windsor Knot.
Thank you. It's The Windsor Knot. It's The Windsor Knot. That's what the book is. I don't like this brown in here. That's going to come out. And we're going to put some cream cloth in here. And this cream has a little sparkle. So that will really work well. And I'm going to cut it nice and wide. When you cut it wide, of course, you get less strips, right?
Fewer strips, says the editor. Ah, I could drive her crazy.
Yeah, she's got a little of her brother in her after all. But she did bring me over Loubier at lunchtime, which I saved some for her brother, because he'll come home and he'll be hungry before we go out to supper. He'll want to eat.
String beans and a tomato and onion garlic sauce. Very
Yeah.
yummy.
It was really good. She made it. It's a Lebanese
String
dish.
beans brought to us by the aforementioned Gwen. Gwen gets 2 call-outs today.
Gwen gets 2 call-outs. One for the little free library. Now, I'm liking this. I love how white mixes with yellow. And whenever you see kind of white mixing with yellow, gee, it's hard not to think about flowers. So there is the beginning of my tiny landscape. And I know I've got these colors for my sky. I may put a little water here. I may not, but I have way more than I need. So it just gives you an idea what's in our tiny landscape package. So this is what Joe wants me to show you today, because it's just the best. It's a little lap frame. It's really sturdy. It's just like tight like a drum. But you can flip it over and you can do it on this side too. So it has a 10-inch hoop on this side and a 14-inch hoop on that side. So I'm going to dip in here now and just show you. Let's see. Dig in some colors. So it's easy. You can draw. You can have like a big piece going on this side. This is a great frame. It's so lightweight. I love it. And then if you wanted to, you could have a small piece on this side. So you can do something bigger. You can do something bigger, so if you wanted to. So say on this side, I want the house, just like a little house. A woman standing in the yard. I'll just put this pattern on the rack, Angela. I'll let you take it back to town. A woman standing in the yard.
One of our friends has commented that they really love the colors and corrected ORS for OURS, the Canadian way.
Oh, yes. There are 2 different ways of spelling color.
Pleasing this editor.
So there's a little woman, and so I could hook this one on this side. And if I wanted to, at the same time, ooh, there's an earwig. I could have something going on this side. And I think I'm going to do this one, say I wanted to do a full circle. Say I wanted to do a cheer pad. I'll just pull that out. So I'm going to draw a pattern for the cheer pad here. Let's say we'll do Black-Eyed Susans. Something simple.
Are you selling the frame, we're being asked?
Oh, yes, the frame is for sale. We have these frames for sale. They're on our website. It's the hoop. It's the... Do you know what it's listed as, Angela?
Oh, I don't.
I don't either. So I'm just going to... I think if you go under supplies and go under frames, you'll find it. So I'm just going to keep drawing these... So what's everybody reading, Angela? Did anyone on Facebook tell us what they were reading, or are we going past that now?
Well, we went past, but they might. Someone was wondering about your book of meditations, when that's going to be available.
I think it's going to be out on November 17th. That's the plan. We're going to have an online launch for sure. It's going to be a big deal. I was talking to the editor yesterday. It's kind of a different book for me, so I'm kind of nervous about it. I try not to think about it too much. So here's our floral pattern that I just drew up. And I'm going to show you our new yarns from Lichen and Lace. So we've got these green yarns here. Oops, we've got 4 different new greens from Lichen and Lace. And I'm really happy with them. So I'm going to start with the greens just to play with this. I'll just play on this frame so you can see it. So we've got, this one is called Evergreen. And let's have a look at it right here. I'll hook it up for you. You can get a look at it. And that's our Evergreen from Lichen and Lace. And Lichen and Lace is a small company. It's from Sackville, New Brunswick. And the owner, Megan Ingman, used to work with me at Deanne Fitzpatrick Studio. She was one of the people who was around when we started doing Facebook. And she always used to say, Deanne, you should just go live and talk about whatever. And I never used to do it. And then, so this one here is called, this one is Seagrass. And then I love the name of this one. It's called Baby Leaves. We'll put that Baby Leaves over here. Isn't that nice? Okay. And then this one is just a good strong color, and it's Citron. So we've just got some new ideas for color, and it's a nice, soft, bulky yarn. And then, of course, this is an old color that we've had for a long time, but it's still great. And because we're at the beach, Joe thought we should show it, and it's called Beach Glass right here, just so you can see it. So these are our new yarns this week. Ooh, that's so pretty. So there's Beach Glass from Lichen and Lace. And there is Evergreen, Bulky, Seagrass, Baby Leaves, and Citron. And there they are, and they are on top of our hoop. And that's it. So I'm going to go back to my frame. And how much time do we have left, Angela? Do I have time to work on this?
We've got about 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to I'm going to take there's a little bit of slub in that package. So I'm going to take my slub out, and there's something different in every package, right? So I'm going to take my slub, and I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to make a tree. So let's draw that tree in.
What was the name of the last color?
The last color was Beach Glass.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Susan Rector is reading it just went by me. On Skein of Death. Coincidentally, the setting is in a yarn shop.
Oh. Ah.
There you go.
I think rug hookers do read a lot of mysteries.
Somebody needs to write a rug hooking mystery.
Oh, that could be you, Valerie.
The mystery of the colorful rug.
Oh, look at that. Okay, so I'm going to take another, and I'm going to just give a little space between them, and I'm going to give myself another tree here. So it's a little tiny version of, it kind of reminds me, it feels like Wildflowers on the Glen a little bit. The poppies in the foreground, and so I've been working from here a lot this week because I'm writing and hooking, and I'm writing a couple of new courses and getting ready for the fall. And a lot of you bought our fall package last week. I was really happy to see that. Thank you so much. Thanks for all your support of the studio. and for sharing these videos, because when you share rug hooking, honestly, you just don't know what you're sharing with someone. You could be sharing community, friendship, all kinds of things.
Sorry, Greg.
Go ahead.
Greg.
What's Greg saying?
He's nervous now. He's like, murder in a yarn shop. I don't like the sounds of that.
That's one of the people who works with us, Greg. He dies. He's the one who dyed all that fall foliage.
That was beautiful.
That was beautiful, yeah. And oh, look at this. I'm liking this. So this is all in these tiny landscape packages. It's pretty amazing. And you can just go for it. And I'm going to put this light green down here in the foreground, because this has a bit of white in it. So I think it'll look nice mixed in here. Well, folks, I'm glad you were here with me tonight. The studio staff, after late for evening supper, we're all going out to the Amershore Country Inn, and we're celebrating all the beautiful year that we've had with you guys on Facebook Live. And we're thankful for you. We really are, and we're happy that we're just going out to celebrate and have a bit of fun and enjoy ourselves. And we're happy that you come back and watch. How many? Do we have lots of people watching today, Ange?
Yeah, we had over 200. That's fantastic.
Awesome. That is fantastic for August. Isn't it great?
Yes.
And then last week I noticed we had, I don't know, I think we were like at 7,300 or 9,300 views or something like that. So when you share these videos, we get so many people watching. So thank you for sharing them. I'm really grateful that you do. And I'll see you next week. We won't be at Amershore. We'll probably be at the studio next week, and I'll have lots to show you. And if you want a hoop, go grab them. We have some in stock, and we also have the new lichen and lace colors in stock. So thank you. I'll see ya. Thanks for watching.